I got interested in this actually before I even met you, reading a paper, a human clinical trial, that molecular hydrogen water actually reduced oxidized LDL in human beings, and actually quite dramatically. And I went, wow, you know, that's pretty cool. And so what you're saying is, at least what we think is happening is, so this is activating the NERF pathway in RF2 and having us produce more of our own intrinsic antioxidants, right? And just as an aside, there's another new paper that was presented at the American Heart Association this past week that shows that LDL cholesterol has nothing to do with anything in terms of causing heart disease. It's actually the small, dense LDLs that get oxidized.
Oxidized small, dense LDLs.
Exactly, that are, in fact, the troublemaker. And our whole shift of our research and our treatment should be to prevent oxidized LDL. And so, again, I'm intrigued because, wait a minute, I can drink a glass of water with hydrogen in it and lower my oxidized LDL.
Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, there are several clinical studies that demonstrate, and some really powerful animal studies. In fact, one of them in a ApoE protein knockout mice. So ApoE protein is very important to basically get rid of the bad cholesterol, if you will. And if you don't have that protein, you're going to develop atherosclerosis very quickly, for sure. Well, in this animal study, the drinking of hydrogen-rich water totally prevented the development of atherosclerosis. And so that probably, you know, it was then translated into humans, that paper you're talking about, where they were drinking hydrogen water, and you able to see less oxidized LDL. And also we see benefits like with the macrophages, because that's what happens when the LDL gets into the into the intima, for example, and then the macrophages come and they get oxidized, and just this cascade. And hydrogen gas, like we talked about, is the smallest molecule in the universe, so it has no problem getting in through the cell membranes to where it needs to go, and now it can help to mitigate that oxidation. So that's one area, but then there's inflammation, because those macrophages, they're sending out cytokines. Those are pro-inflammatory cytokines, and that's going to all these other signalings, and it's going to cause all this problem. Well, hydrogen gas is another area that it really helps to suppress or mitigate excessive inflammation. It can, for example, when TNF-alpha, it's a cytokine, activates NF-κB.
Measured in all my patients.
Well, yeah, so when that gets high, that's going to activate this transcription factor NF-κB. NF-κB is going to just huge inflammatory marker. Well, molecular hydrogen can downregulate NF-κB or NF-kappa B. But anyways, when that's downregulated, you're going to have less inflammation. And so we see both on the areas of antioxidation and the anti-inflammatory effects of hydrogen, that could help account for some of these observed benefits.